Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Today I'm going to take a look at Masters of the Universe Masterverse Revelation Sorceress. And I keep saying, yeah, I didn't like Revelation, but there are some designs I like. And you know, one thing I gotta say is I do like this design over the Sorceress's little feathered bathing suit, which I always thought was a little odd of a look. You know, not sure what I ever made of that. A quick observation is, you know, on the back of the box, it looks like she's a little different. And it looks like the cape is backwards. I'm not quite sure about that. I am going to try to, you know, check out some other YouTubers and see what's up with that. But it's a little weird. And, you know, a few things about her is, like, first off, you know, the major thing is her little shoulder thing here prevents her from doing her classic sorceress pose. So that's a little bit of a downer, isn't it? I don't quite know what to make of that. I do overall like the look of the figure. I mean, you know, the head sculpt is pretty darn spot on, in my opinion. I mean, in that, you know, it's perfect with the eagle overlay coming down and into the orange. You know, that's the sorceress for sure. And, you know, again, a better look than the swimsuit we used to have. Again, it was a design I really didn't understand and really wondered about when I was a kid. She has a couple of casting hands, just in case you need those for spell casting or whatever. And she has her staff, which is pretty cool. I am tempted to take her, you know, remove the head and just take that overlay off just to see. But then I look at it and I'm like, well, you know, I really do like that overlay. So it's like a give and take thing. Do you take it away or do you keep it? I vote to keep it, because I do like the way the orange looks with the figure. Although there's an argument for turning the cape around. So, again, it's kind of like, can go one way or another. Which one is it? You know, honestly, I mean, you do see more of the orange with it on her back, so I'm not really opposed to it being there. I just am confused why the artwork would have her with that orange underneath. I don't know. And, you know, I do admit that, you know, okay, dress with splits way up, you know, it's a bit of a more of a it's a little confounding of a design too. You know, I could see worse, but you know, a full dress wouldn't work. I don't know, Sorceress has to show some leg, I guess. I guess that is just the way it's written in the mythos of He-Man. You know, Sorceress got to be showing some legs somehow. I do like the figure overall. I'm glad I got her, even though it's a Revelations design. I just decided I needed the Sorceress. In the entire time I've collected He-Man, both through Master Universe Classics 2000X, all the lines I've collected, I never grabbed a Sorceress, because no real reason. I just didn't. And so I decided that this one is probably the one I needed. You know, again, Masterverse is kind of becoming my ultimate He-Man for figures line. And, you know, grabbing those real favorites I have. And, you know, the rest I'm kind of looking at going, I don't need Pigman. I don't need this one or that one. But, you know, this one, Sorceress, I need. And she's a decent enough figure. I could see a lot more improvements, and I'm gonna bet money they will make a ton of improvements, and I may feel stupid for buying her. But right now, I'm happy with it. She's a good figure. She does have a, you know, standard articulation you expect from Masterverse. The dress does get a little in the way of, you know, moving forward and back, so she is kind of stuck in a static just kind of a static pose. So you're not going to get a dynamic pose out of her. You just can't. I wish you could, but you can't. So with that in mind, I mean, I have to give her about a 3.5 stars. I mean, I don't, Sorceress is kind of my bottom tier of characters I like. She's not a character I hate, but yeah, she is not by far my favorite, and nor will she ever be. I don't dislike her though at the same time. She's just not a favorite. So I mean, there we are. I mean, what are you gonna do with unless you just kind of go with it, right? I mean, you got to make a decision at some point. I made my decision. This is the sorceress I'm going to have. So there we go. She's good. She's not great. I could see it being worse. You just got to really base it on what do you want as a collector. Do you want to wait till they do that really good sorceress? Which they're going to do later down the line. That will happen. Or do you want to get something that looks pretty good, a little different, but still looks alright? I'm going with the still looks alright. I may regret that later, but we'll see. Okay, so that wraps up Infinite Realms for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe.